Zuse. I'm with the Schiller Institute and the civil rights movement Solidarity here in Bavaria. We are here today in Memmingen, a city close to the Alps, to activate the population that they do something to stop the war policy of our government. At the beginning of this year, there were elections in Germany and people voted against the so-called streetlight coalition because the defense minister at that time, Pistorius, demanded that Germany should be war ready until 2029. So they voted against this policy. Now we get a new government, and the problem is that the probable next chancellor in Germany will be Friedrich Merz, who was a high official of BlackRock. And by this, Germany will be run by BlackRock and is not sovereign anymore. We demand that the people tell their politicians that they have to obey our constitution, which is called Grundgesetz. In the preamble is the following, which I read now. Conscious of his responsibility before God and man, inspired by the will to serve the peace of the world as an equal member in a united Europe, the German people have given themselves this basic law by virtue of their constituent power. This is the preamble, and this calls that Germany should stand for peace and not for war. Memmingen is a very historical city because exactly 500 years ago, during the peasant wars, a group of peasants met here in St. Martin, the church of the city. And they put up a statement in which they demanded from the feudal masters that they should be free themselves. And they put up 12 articles, which are the first statement for human rights and for freedom. And I will now read you the third article from these so-called 12 articles. Has it been the custom here that we have been taken for serfs, which is to be merciful, considering that Christ has redeemed and saved us all with his precious bloodshed, from the shepherds as well as to the highest ones, no one excepted. That is why it follows from Scripture that we are and want to be free. This was 500 years ago, and as I told, it was the first statement for human rights and freedom here in Germany. As we have real bad media and the people are here brainwashed by propaganda which is run out of the city of London, people don't know that there is an alternative to the war policy of NATO. This is the policy of the BRICS nations. BRICS is an economic alliance and not a military alliance. We want to be part of BRICS, and we tell people that BRICS is the only chance for Germany to solve their economic problems. It's not by war economy, but by being part of the BRICS. Right now our economy is collapsing, and with the customs of President Trump and our sanctions against many nations like Russia, like Iran and others, our market gets smaller and smaller for our exports. Therefore we have to change this and collaborate with the BRICS. By this, our youth gets a future, we get again a growing economy, and we make friends in the world and not only enemies, because human future should be to love each other and not to hate each other. Thank you.